The blue crab rules in the Chesapeake Bay area. And today, I'm making a favorite, cream of crab soup. So stay tuned.
So as you saw in the intro, we're doing cream of crab soup today. And first of all, I got to apologize to all my Maryland followers. It was over a year ago that I promised I'd do cream of crab soup, and I'm just now getting around to it. So my apologies it took so long. Hey, so when you think of regional soups, the first two that just pop to your mind are New England clam chowder and cream of crab soup. And I've got to tell you, people in the Mid-Atlantic are just as passionate about their cream of crab soup as New Englanders are of their New England clam chowder. In fact, just about every Thursday or Friday or so, if you check on social media around here on the local pages, people are usually asking, who's got the best cream of crab soup around? And my gosh, there's like 1,000 opinions on who's got the best cream of crab soup. Actually, I used to make a pretty darn good cream of crab soup in my shop. So much so that I'd be taking orders 2 days before that I was actually serving it. So what's going to go in my cream of crab soup? I've got a pound of crab meat here. In this case, and just about every time I make it, I use claw meat. I've got a half a stick of butter, which I've already got my pan over here starting to melt. I've got 1 small to medium onion that I've chopped up finely. I got 1/3 of a cup of flour. I got 4 cups of half and half. If you're worried about fat content, go with either milk or go with fat-free half and half. I got some chopped parsley, fresh parsley, and I've got a tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clear my space here, and we'll get started on this cream of crab soup. Okay, so my butter is melted. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions, and we'll saute those down just until they're translucent. Okay, so our onions are looking really good here. They are just about translucent, probably another 10 seconds or so here. And then what I'm going to do is go in with my flour, and we're going to kind of make like a little roux. So it's looking pretty good. Sprinkle my flour in here, a little bit at a time. We want to cook this roux down a little bit. We don't want that floury taste to it. So we're going to cook it just for a few minutes. Maybe not even a few minutes, maybe probably about 1.5 minutes. There we go. We'll come back to this in about 1.5 minutes. So this is cooked for about 1.5 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my half and half. Not all at once, I'm just kind of incorporating this in, mixing my roux with the half and half. As it starts to thicken up, I'll add a little bit more. And I usually like to add my seasoning at about this time as well, when I haven't added all of my cream in yet, so I can get that incorporated in. This is smelling good already, and doesn't even have the crab. There we go. All right, I'm going to stop right about there, and we'll let this thicken up. I'm going to constantly stir it because I don't want any lumps in there. And so what we'll do is we'll come back here in a few minutes as this starts to thicken up a bit more. Okay, so it's thickening up nicely. I'm going to go ahead and pour in a little bit more of my half and half. And now you notice I'm not making cream of crab pudding. I'm making cream of crab soup. I hate it when people make this too thick. Same thing with New England clam chowder. Sometimes you get it, it's like pudding. You could stick a spoon in it, it would stand up. That is not my idea of soup. All right, so we've got a couple more minutes here. We'll let this thicken up one more time. And I got maybe 1/4 cup of cream left to go. And I think I just may reserve that to the very end. I think it's about time to put my crab meat in here. So in we go with my crab meat, and I'm just going to fold that in. I don't want some of those chunks to break up, so I'm just going to kind of fold this in. It's looking so good. It's not looking like pudding. But if it were to go that way, I've got a little bit of cream left. Alrighty. So we'll let this heat up. and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and this is looking really, really good. It's just about at a, I want to say a boil, but just underneath the boil. I've heated this up nicely. I've got the consistency that I'm looking for. I don't have pudding. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'm going to go ahead in with some fresh parsley, just for some color and a little bit of parsley flavor. Give that a stir in. Looking so, so good. That's the old ship to shore recipe right there. Alrighty, so let me clean up a little bit, and we'll move this to this side. We'll boil this up, and then we'll come in and see just how good it tastes. We'll be right back. Okay, so it's looking really, really good. Not too thick, not too thin. Got some nice chunks of crab in there. And what I like to do is just hit it with a little sprinkle of Old Bay. A little extra flavor. Now you notice I didn't put any salt or pepper in this at all. The Old Bay's got some salt and pepper in it. Now, some people serve their cream of crab with sherry. It's usually to thin it down a little bit when you've got that cream of crab pudding going on. Not really. Some people like it for the flavor. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of sherry. I'm just going to fold that in. There you go. It's looking good. So now there's only one thing left to do, and that's to taste it. So let's get in here. It smells so good. Just got a whiff of that sherry. And here we go. Amarón. This is my old cream of crab soup right here. It is banging. Plenty of crab in there. Nice and chunky. Great flavor. Perfect consistency. And just a little hint of sherry. And the Old Bay. I mean, this is singing Chesapeake Bay right here. And wow, I can't wait to eat the rest of that. Hey, so before I move on, let me do my shout out. And this shout out is dedicated to all those sailors that are currently stationed and have been stationed at Naval Air Station, Pax River, Maryland, because I bet you guys are eating a lot of cream of crab down there. So hey, that's pretty much a wrap here. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly, share. And right over here, go ahead and punch my logo, and that'll make it a lot easier for you to subscribe. So until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.